Hello, I'm Stephenson, a filmmaker. Breaking some eggs means that to accomplish something, there are certain mistakes and sacrifices that are inevitable. I guess that's a good life saying for me in general, considering the amount of mistakes I have made before finally hunkering down and choosing to do what naturally fit for me. I went down a lot of completely different paths, and once nearly every aspect of my life had changed, I realized one of the few constants for me has been my love of film and storytelling. One huge benefit in filmmaking and photography is that I'm free to use my natural instinct and curiosity to create the impossible, things that I hope can also create some intrigue with other people, or at least help them to see the world from a completely unique perspective. My greatest joy in the world is being able to create something out of nothing. I'm a daydreamer. I imagine what could be. I imagine things that cannot exist in the real world. That might sound pretentious or possibly even untrue, but I just allow my brain to wander, and I listen to music. Listening to music is important because it usually brings about visuals to my mind, as if scenes are playing out in my head based on the music. Those scenes and ideas that stick with me the most from daydreaming, that repeat over and over again in my head like an obsession, those are the ones I end up writing down. Then after I write them down, I go to the pre-visualization. Then whenever I'm convinced that I have the story that I want and the look that I want, I go on to casting and ultimately filming. I'm mostly influenced by mysteries that can overlap into elements of horror and crime stories, noticeably the aesthetic of German expressionist films such as the works of Fritz Lang. In more recent years, experimental classics such as the works of David Lynch and Maya Deren have influenced me. A lot of my themes therefore appear dark and depressing, but it really comes from an interest in the unknown. There's almost an unspeakable joy in being able to create something. If you want to be creative, you need to give yourself room to be creative. You need to find out what works best for you, but you need to give yourself the space for it. Creativity is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you will lose it. But if you do use it, you'll enjoy it.